my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellow7 Gaming, and today we are playing Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. So, we're going to try to finish this off and get through the training level upstairs today. That is our goal. We'll see how far we get. Again, I'm still a bit behind on my overall weekly schedule, but we're trying to get caught up today. It didn't help that I took a power nap yesterday and slept through everything, including the stream I was supposed to do, but you know, if we ignore that, we're doing just fine. What is our formation? Right click. I'm not sure I did this, but maybe I did. Yeah, I guess that's right. That's fine. I'm good with that, right? He goes forward, grabs everybody. She's on the flank to do whatever. These two sit back. Nope, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Anything else other than Odorisi to click on? I'm assuming it's Odorisi. It's Odorisi. Just so you know. Frozen mid-stride, the grim figures turn towards the colossal pillar of Audra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dull surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of a fist is a bundle of papers, bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered at the ground on the ground at your feet.
I think that's the guy we're looking for. Sure holding on to those papers tight.
As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slough away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ashen dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look up at the Audra and sense no energy flowing into its surface, as though it has been disconnected from the wheel.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable, but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
You concentrate, peering into the Audra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Audra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Anguithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Audra pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Audra. Like all Audra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Aethys. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Aethys. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul slumbering deeper in the gyre.
So, our options here are to reach out to the lost souls, push past to find our own soul, or the fragment thereof, or just yell, Aethys, stop. Now, ultimately, we're on this whole thing because he has a fragment of our own soul, and too many gods have control over our soul at the moment, whether it be Aethys having a chunk of it, or the other gods who've implanted something inside of me. So I'm going to choose the somewhat selfish, although we are a mercenary pirate background, that's not out of character, but we're going to go back in and try to get a chunk of get our own soul back.
You attempt to evade the lost souls and find yourself within Aethys. But the incredible power flowing through the god's body repulses you. Not even your Watcher powers can penetrate the massive tides of energy crashing through him. The souls sense your presence and continue to desperately cry out to you. Aethys' stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a Watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Aethys' brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Aethys' massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord, the tether carrying energy from the Audra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
The sun will yet rise, Watcher. You need only wait for its light to come.
Aethys yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Audra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Audra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Audra pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Audra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
So, despite the fact that this is the farthest behind of my 3 saves, I'm not super deep in the game on any of them. And I have no idea if Aethys is now the good guy. You know, he's been our bad guy all throughout the first episode, the first game. And he starts out the bad guy, you know, creating storms, ripping people's souls out of their bodies and turning them into ash. And yet, what's he marching forward? You know, is the light at the end of the tunnel, this rising sun he's talking about, is it just the front of an oncoming train? Is he just taking us to oblivion? Or is he actually marching towards something better for us, but not necessarily better for the gods, which is why they're against him? Or are they against him just because they really don't know what's going on? And like everybody, they fear the unknown. It's hard to say. I don't know right now if Aothis is the good guy or the bad guy. I really don't. It's great writing. As you turn to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You all right? Come on, we just got your back.
Despite his tone, you can see genuine concern in Adair's eyes. I'm gonna say not even a little.
Well, if you're not sure, now I'm worried. I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
We've got a lot of options here now. We did decide, I think, earlier that we were gonna go towards smartass, so we'll go clever. Typical. Just when I'm on the verge of getting some answers from a god, he cuts me off.
They've got to employ their priest somehow.
Zadi's not a fan of that comment.
What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
Aloth, however, approves of her. I guess that's why I'm captain. He's moving towards luminous Adra.
How hard can it be to find in a chain of thousands of islands?
Probably pretty reasonably hard.
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
All right. One thing I want to check real fast. Let's check our reputation, see if anybody actually likes us or hates us. So nothing yet from individuals, although we're seeing, some stuff there. Kind of a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, but then 3 down. 4 up, 2 up, 5 and 3. As far as the individuals go, doesn't really have any sort of relationship with these two yet. She doesn't have a relationship with anybody yet. And Aloth, I'm assuming, as the last one, doesn't either. But he does actually like, so far, we're seeing 4 up for Aloth to Zati. So we didn't have any other comments, right? Okay, interesting. All right, nothing else in the room. We may as well get our money. Wasn't any. He didn't have to carry his own money. He was too rich for that. And that, I believe, is that. So let's go ahead and run out of the dungeon. And we'll go see if we can try the training room. Now, it was mentioned there, and it's mentioned some other times. This original dig site was essentially gladiatorial games, something along the lines of a Roman arena. And so, we've got those training rooms up there to train the gladiators, to train the fighters, whether they're slaves, like the Romans, gladiatorial games, or whether they're just free guys that fight. I have no idea as far as the lore. Let's go see if we can survive a training room. With 3 people, it was really difficult. If all 3 people hit, you could... As the souls move past you, some turn their heads in your direction, but most seem fixated below you on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks or raise a hand in acknowledgement of your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Thank the gods, the island's lost souls are finally headed to the Adra.
It's up to the gods to look after him now. You did good, Watcher.
A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why don't you want to go to the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
The other souls shuffle anxiously and look to each other, then back to you. Very well, follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Of course.
Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Zadi glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. She slides in a circle around the area. She begins swinging her lantern faster and farther from her body until the ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
Anyway, as I was saying, within the training room, they heal themselves. If all 3 people hit on a turn, you just do a little bit better than his heal. But somebody always missed or got a graze or whatever, and so I could never quite. While we could last a long time against him, we just couldn't kill him. It was just kind of a waste of time. So 4 people gets you more than enough power that you can make a difference. I say it's doable with 3. It's just not easy with 3. Zati would like to talk.
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's end.
Her face alights with a fierceness.
I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra. And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind?
I think that
You
probably
need me, I'll
covers
be
that.
2 whoops and a holler away.
All right. I think we just want
Careful, there's something there.
here. Let's see if
Is
we
that
can
all?
disarm some. In fact, I'm gonna
I'll
stealth.
be right back.
All right. So I don't see anything else. I'm gonna move her up to there, just outside of his watch.
What do you
And
need?
the other 3
How can
will
I
walk
help?
into combat here. So now we should hopefully be able to come up here and get a big hit on it. So let's go ahead and get our buffs
What have we
going.
here?
Maybe we'll do crippling strike, and we'll walk up here and then hopefully
How do you like that?
get the big hit off. And I think we just kind of end there. Aloth. We're walking up to here, and maybe we'll do a quick. Let's see, how close to dead is he? I think we'll do a necrotic lance. I have to walk up a little bit further, but that's fine.
Happy to oblige.
We got another trap there we need to watch out for. She's got. Actually, melee's okay for her this time.
Time to step. That was about as
Because
useful
we'll be
as
able
a
to do her
bump on
big
a
ability.
pickle.
Because these will be vessels, right? Soulless. So, let's see if I go to here. Can we then, in the fray, pull him forward? Let's go ahead and do our buff, and let's go into the fray. See if we can pull him the rest of the way
Hey,
in.
That
And
wasn't
then-
half bad.
Yeah, we'll just smack him. We
Leave
won't
it to
waste
me.
our
This
knockdown.
thing isn't doing the job.
Necrotic lance can be a little bit overkill on him, as it turns out. But now, if we would have come in through the top door, we would have come in up there. I like this one a little bit better because it gives you a chance to finish this guy off before the other 2 come down. Come on, get down here. There we go.
How can I help?
Okay. So I'm going to not go very far. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I'm going to do an escape to the backside there. Then
I
we'll
have
do
my mark.
hit there, and that.
Oh?
Aloth can come up to here. And maybe we'll just do minor missile here. I'm gonna go ahead and
I
just
shall
keep
deal with
piling on
this
the
one.
same guy. Did that not cast the spell? Yeah, I guess it did.
Yeah?
I'm gonna walk her up here, a little bit closer. Then we're gonna pop her ability. We got some healing, and she did some big damage. And I'm gonna kind of walk her around here because I want to get the flanked here. It's funny, this fight is like just takes forever, and then all of a sudden you just crush it.
I need something
And to
stronger.
be fair, when I ran this, when I didn't do enough, she was a monk, not a priestess, and so she didn't have that big ability. So that might have made the difference for us. We might have been able to do it with just 3. He tried to disengage.
Yes?
But Zadi got him on the disengagement. She hit him hard, 38. Wow. So what is
Already
a
there.
slow
Clever.
slog becomes like an instant just death match for us here. Okay. Let's go a little bit careful up the stairs here. We won't go too far. We kind of like to keep our ability to
What have we here?
find traps.
Of course, darling.
Oh, gauntlets of accuracy. Nice. Probably just on her. I mean, why not, right? We want her to hit. We need her to do big damage. We could build a lot of stuff. Let's look at crafting. I'd like to do a couple things. I'd like to do some drugs, and I'd like to do some explosives. I don't know what that says about me, but that's what I would like to do that. And maybe we'll do some poisons too, right? Rogues with poisons are always good. So Spark Cractor distracts people. So you could throw one off to the side. We can make one or the other because we only have 1 gunpowder. I'll go with the stun bomb. Says I can make 3? Oh, maybe I get 3 from this recipe gives us 3. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, it did craft 1. Poisons and antidote. Stone joint. Ashen death, statue sickness, its effect are immediate. Assuming it just does a poison standard. Crush damage. Huh. Okay, well let's craft some of that. And some healing. Got some moderate healing. We can do one of those. Healing and support. What do we got? We do a scroll of miraculous healing. We don't have anybody with Arcana? Yeah, we do. We've got to have Arcana. We've got to have Arcana on Aloth, right? And I think Zati has some Arcana as well. Oh, look at that. Scroll of Firebrand. Let's do some minor healing. And we can do 1. Okay. Or we didn't actually do that, did we? That's okay. We'll survive without it for the moment. So I would like to get the stone joint. We got some Taru. Did we? I know he's got explosives, but I don't remember if we gave any to her or not. Summary. She's got 1. He's got 3. Yeah, and she's got 2 Arcana, and he's got 4 Arcana. Okay. So, go back here. We'll get him. He's already got some of those, but let's kick back over here and something like that. Well, let's do 5. That's okay. Good enough. Good enough.
Careful, there's something there.
Yeah, get out of the way there. Get out of the way. This game, they do not
alright.
pause like they do
Maybe
in
just
Pathfinder.
this once.
Although I could make it so it does. That is an option.
How can I help?
Again, more training. And out we go. Nice. That worked out pretty well. So, back to the, let's go this way. Let's go up this other side here. See if we can find some more gear. Can we rock this way? We have to go all the way to... Yeah, let's just walk over here. Oh, we gotta go up that ramp to get to that. That's fine. Actually, let's just pull everybody up. It looks like that's the way up. Yeah, and we'll just run everybody up the steps here. And out we go. Again, that was all pretty reasonable. I think we've got one more place that we didn't go to. I don't know that there's anything up there, but let's go find out. We'll clear this. I think that's kind of the last section. We'll go through the Apohu Waru Woods. Thick woodlands spread to the east of Port Mage, slowing your travel. Birds flitter above you and insects drone incessantly. The path eventually gives way to a game trail, then no path at all. You find a curiously marked tree, a bark gouged away in a pattern. Striations seem to run upwards from right to left, just shy of vertical. Examine the markings. Yeah, 15, 14, 17, 19? The depth and width of the gashes suggest the tusks of a boar. Curled tufts of brown fur you find wedged in the scored wood confirm the supposition, excuse me. You notice a sigil carved slightly in the wood, so faint as to be almost imperceptible. Yeah, we'll go here. He's got the best arcana. Look Swana, 3 overlapping circles. Can't say beyond that. A quiet rustling in the underbrush draws your attention northward, deeper into the forest. Hide in the undergrowth. Duck silently behind a log and still your breathing. Whoever's making the sound draws nearer. Through a gap in the foliage, you can make out a tall island Amawa, standing among a small sounder of wild boars. Matted copper hair hangs over his features. The boar hides drape his frame. Despite his presence, the swine seem entirely at ease. I'm just gonna sneak past him. Oh, we failed. Man stands abruptly, spinning on you as staff rises a ready strike. Akara, then who are you? And what are you here? For what are you here? Guana language thickens his accent. I was trying to skip past the dialogue, to be honest. Adair perks up the side of the boards, alternately imitating their grunts and chuckling. Only at length, at what appears to be a heel-dragging afterthought, does attention at least turn to the strange man in their midst. Dirt darkens the folds of the man's skin. His lips curl over jagged teeth. He waves a stick at you.
No, never talk. Just go. Leave this forest. Go leave these islands. Go return from where you've been.
I mean you no harm. Can we just talk?
Said as if a word never hurts a person.
Fair enough.
You go. Speak quickly then. Your words disturb this place.
What are you doing out here with all these boars?
Learning. The boar teach much about survival if one listens, if one watches. So sing. So say those who know.
I just want to pass through the forest.
No, your sort always want. This forest is not yours. This land is not yours. Go, leave.
Survival, interestingly. I'm hunting a god. If I fail, your islands will not be spared as wrath. Man frowns, then pulls a leather-wrapped pouch from his belongings. Hands shaking, he hands it to you. You have gained an item, wise teeth necklace.
Then go, take this. They protect you if you speak true. They tear out your throat if no.
He dismisses you with a wave. Intellect, history, and insight. Let's go ahead and give it to Ayla. Go.
For me?
I mean, we get an item out of it, but it did cost us a couple minutes. And I'm trying to wrap up the video because we're at 30. But I think we go clear out whatever's up here. Let's clear the fog first. And we got an old battleground up here. That looks like it. Search the location. Let's bust out the geophys. See what we can find here. Time of pass for the battlefield. Azada shells. Are they just to sell, maybe? It looks like they're just to sell. Okay. More spark crackers. And that's it. Man, we have not been getting lucky at all with these, have we? We have really been getting kind of hosed on this stuff. All right, well, I think that ends this episode. Next time we'll come back, we'll turn in, we'll see if we can get our ship fixed. If the governor there will back up his earlier promises to help us. Port Maje Harbor. I did just click it. That's why it showed it. I don't know why it doesn't actually go when you do that, but that's okay. Anyway, we'll be back next episode for that. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you're not. Don't forget to subscribe if you see more, and we will see you next time. Cheers.